The state of the nation should ideally give us our status as it is right now. The problems, the achievements, successes, even the challenges that we have currently. But many Kenyans are feeling that the president spent quite some time painting an image of a dream, an aspiration that we probably may achieve in the next 10, 15 years. And many feel that that is not the state of the nation today. Do you agree with that?
I agree. You know, all of us probably heard the speech of the president. And I want us to say facts as they are. Let us not listen to what we want. Let us discuss what the president said. Today, if I want to paint you negative, I'll always find an excuse because we do not have perfection of humanity. But we all heard president saying where we have come from, to where are today, and where we want to be. So we cannot say today that the president talked much of promises than what we have done. More of those promises that he gave of maybe capital base of getting almost 5 trillion to take this country to a first world, but just less than 10 minutes out of all his time speech. What did he say all the other time? He talked about where we've come from agriculture to where we are today. How many million bags are we producing today? He talked about sugarcane. How do we just run to roads? And shortly, I was just trying to go through the manifesto of UDA. You know, at times I think we are judging president from our own thinking. We are judging the president from our own manifesto. Every time when any leader wants to go to run for a position, he comes and gives us a manifesto. Mm-hmm. I want to believe that one day we'll come here with a printed manifesto of the current government and what has been achieved. There is one of the promises that is in that manifesto was that we are going to employ 116,000 teachers to cap the deficit. Today, government have employed 76,000 teachers, targeting 100,000 by the end of the year. We'll never see that as a success. Today, the same government have built over 23,000 new classrooms for JSS. We never discussed that. We see that as obvious. The same government today has reduced the cost of fertilizer to where it is today, which increases the production of food. What am I trying to say, Fred, is there are many things that have been achieved. One of the maybe challenge that doesn't go well with many people in Kenya today is that the president has done so well from what he promised on his manifesto. It just gives us much bigger promise on where he thinks we should go, and that's what we judge him with. And him being an ambitious president of taking Kenya to a first world shouldn't be considered an appreciation because it's not a selfish thinking. He doesn't have today to come and share her. So now he wants to make Kenya first world country if he just wants to be re-elected. He can do what we love. Then lastly is the other day in Northeastern, when the road was being launched, and that road is under construction. It's going to be done by 2027, unless if we are not well fastened with the programs that the government is doing. Everything is not on the media. So at times you find them in a post. So if you think it's not working, there have been even YouTubers who travel all over the country to show what the president has really promised, and it is going on.
The MPs from that region are not happy with him, and they say that even from his speech, he seems to have left out. And we're just using what they said. We're not creating any headlines here. Do you disagree? Could they be wrong? These are members of parliament representing that region.
To my thinking, the president is right, and also the member of parliament is right. It's just that they display. I feel that the members of parliament from Northeastern displayed some selfishness for once. Because when we were launching that long road, there were no other roads on this other end. And we didn't complain about one road is being launched on the other end of over 700 kilometers. And we don't have such a long road on this other part of the country. Mm-hmm. Now that there's a road being built here, they are contradicting themselves. No. Just observe now, we are doing an SGR from Nairobi all the way to Kisumu. All right? And then a dual carriage from Nairobi all the way to Malaba. You cannot say now because there's a next year going to Kisumu, we also want a next year going to Eldoret. Everything is done in phases. Even to make a country today a first world, you cannot say today you will give a dual carriage to every region. Mm-hmm. You have to begin with a certain region. You have a plan for the country. You begin from some. Even today, if any one of us was to be a leader, you cannot wake up and you want to uproot roads everywhere. You have a plan for it.
All right.
You get it. And lastly, just to give my final comment on that, Fred, is that I want us to be factual enough to discuss what was promised in the manifesto and see where it is today. If all of us today if we have today a meeting that we come with a print manifesto, we realize that the government has even done more than what was promised in there. Of course, the others hasn't been achieved, but it cannot be like today you're giving the government 4/6.
One of those